Dear students, I am CA AKS Krishnan. So in this video we are going to see question paper pattern of CA Inter New Syllabus Law examination. So hope you all preparing for your main examination. So I hope this video will be helpful in finding the blueprint of your examination. Okay, so we have like 30 marks MCQ. Take your pen and paper please. This will be very helpful for you. You can make a note of this. You can pause this video, take a pen and paper. I will now tell you, you can write. Okay, so split your draw this flow chart. One is MCQ, another one is descriptive. So MCQ is 30 marks and descriptive is 70 marks plus 17 marks choice. So totally you will get 87 marks. So 30 plus 87. So totally you will get 117 marks paper. And out of 30 MCQ, the major chunk of 18 marks will go to Companies Act. And you have like 3 marks Contract Act, 4 marks Negotiable Instrument Act, 4 marks General Clauses Act, and 2 marks Interpretation kind of. See, if ICA is going to ask integrated case studies, like no big case study, if they're going to ask, most of the case study will be from Companies Act, because approximately 18 marks will be allocated for Companies Act. So major case study chunk will be from the Companies Act. Then now we'll go to descriptive questions. See, you cannot neglect even one chapter in descriptive. Every chapter is very important in descriptive. So don't leave even one chapter. Even units you don't leave. Many people asked me, sir, I want to leave General Clauses Act, I want to leave interpretation of statutes. It's very difficult. If you leave one, it's very difficult. You have to read everything. Okay, now we'll go to question paper pattern of descriptive. See, question number 1 is compulsory, as you all know. Question number 1 has like 19 marks in it, and totally you have 5 questions. So you can leave out of the next 4. See, 1 plus 4, totally 5. You can leave 1 as choice, but you have to mandatorily write the first question. So first question will be the compulsory question. Out of 4, you can leave 1 as choice. So I will tell you how to leave the choice also. I will just get you through. Now first question you will have 2 Companies Act question, 1 Contract Act question, and 1 Negotiable Instrument Act question. So it will be 19 marks totally into 4 subparts. 2 Companies Act, 1 contract, that is special contract. Basically either it will be from agency, or it will be from bailment, or it will be from guarantee. Out of these 3, either 1 question will come from contract. Then in Companies Act 2 questions, 1 questions will come either from this dividend auditors chapter, and 1 question will come in the preliminaries chapter, like either preliminary or transfer, etc. Transfer, share capital, membership, etc. So this is totally in this questions, like Companies Act will form part somewhere around 12 marks, and the contract and negotiable instrument will be 4 and 3 marks. This is first question. And second question is again it is divided into 4 parts. Now from this question onwards it is 17 marks. Okay, second question, third question, fourth, fifth and all 17 marks question. Now 2 Companies Act question, 1 Contract Act question, 1 Negotiable Instrument Act question. Companies Act major focus should be on auditors chapter, meetings chapter. Okay, in this question. Then it will be like 10 marks for Companies Act in this question, A and B. Then 4 marks for Contract Act, and 3 marks for interpretation of statute. 3 marks for Negotiable Instrument Act. Okay, they will give negotiable. Interpretation will come only in the third question. So this is the thing. So 2 Companies Act approximately 10 marks. Then 1 contract which will be 4 marks, and 1 negotiable instrument which is 3 marks. Then coming to the next question, third question, again 2 Companies Act question. 1 will be from preliminary chapter, and another one will be from dividend chapter or auditors chapter kind of. This will be 10 marks question. So 2 questions of Companies Act 10 marks, and 1 Negotiable Instrument Act 4 marks, and here interpretation of statute is going to come for another 3 marks question. So totally 17 marks. Then fourth question, 1 Companies Act question from say charges, and 1 Companies Act question from preliminary. So there are 2 Companies Act question even in the fourth question. So put together it will be like 10 marks, and one general clauses act question which will be 4 marks, and one interpretation of statute question which is 3 marks. So that means in 2 question interpretation of statute is going to come, so you cannot leave interpretation of statute. If you are going to leave one question, that means if you want to leave one question of interpretation in choice, even then you have to attend one more question of interpretation. So you cannot leave interpretation as choice. Okay, now so 4th question they introduce general clauses act, please remember. So if 5th question also has general clauses act, that means general clauses act also you cannot leave it in choice. Okay, imagine like that. Now 5th question, Companies Act, 2 questions, one from prospectus chapter and another from meetings chapter kind of. Then Contract Act, indemnity kind of contract, okay, indemnity guarantee or agency which will come, which will be for 4 marks. So Companies Act is 10 marks and Contract Act 4 marks. Again general clauses act is coming, again will be for a 3 marks question. So that means general clause also you cannot leave it in choice, interpretation also you cannot leave it in choice. Now if you are going to leave general clauses act in choice, what will happen? You have to lose, okay, somewhere either 3 marks or 4 marks. Okay, that means you cannot write 100 marks. Okay, now we already saw in MCQ we have some general clause act question. Say for example 4 marks for general clause and 2 marks for interpretation, and even in descriptive we have general clause act. So I will tell you how much portion from descriptive from which chapter. So approximately 50 marks, 52 marks it will be asked from Companies Act, 52 marks. So we have MCQ we have 18 marks and descriptive we have 52 marks, please remember. So how much? 70 marks is from Companies Act, understood? Now second is Contract Act. In descriptive we have 12 marks, okay, in MCQ we have like 3 marks. So put together somewhere around 15 marks for Contract Act. Then Negotiable Instrument Act, 18 marks in descriptive and 3 marks in objective. So somewhere around 20-21 marks is from Negotiable Instrument Act. Interpretation of statute, 6 marks is for 6 to 8 marks is for descriptive and 2 marks is for MCQ. So approximately 10 marks is interpretation of statute. 7 for descriptive, general clauses 7 for descriptive and up to 3 to 4 marks for MCQ. That means put together another 10 marks. So this is what the pattern is. So have this blueprint in mind and prepare for your examination. Whenever you are preparing for your examination, keep this in mind, at least 3 past RTP. So for example, if you are writing July 20 examination, you have to download the RTP from institute website. This May 20 RTP they would have released in the month of March, that RTP. Then for November 19 there will be an RTP which would have been released in the month of say August, September. Then you have to read one more RTP, May 19 examination RTP, which would have been released in February 2019 or March 2019. So these 3 RTPs you should mandatorily go through. Then the recent suggested answers, okay, examination suggested answers to know the pattern of the examination. So for example, if you are writing July, then the recent suggested answer is last examination, November 19 examination suggested answers, which is released in the month of March. Please download and go through that also. So this is very, very important for you people to crack the main examination. Please make sure you have to complete in time. So make sure that your writing speed is fast. You should not write stories at the same time. It is very difficult to mug up everything. So it's like a blend, okay, where you have to write your own, okay, where you have to mug up, okay, where you have to blend. So you have to write like this. Any question write in like this: provision, analysis and conclusion. Whenever it comes to descriptive question, provision, analysis and conclusion. Don't get panic for your examination. Be cool. Repeatedly you study. I think you all have my question bank. Okay, our question bank approximately some 55 marks out of 70 marks of descriptive will come for our question bank itself. So all the best guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye.